Smoga mani hagam. Momo ila signalo. Momo ila signalo.
Momo.
Efa.
Chena lalo. Aki a oda kieleje. Oda kieleje kwa we. Si o to da kwa hale.
Fulo.
Kiri da ki.
Isso. Kanga kanenyo. Oh. Okay. Nyama ko chungwa je chila kwa fumna ogbegle made.
You at all. When it is called curing of concrete, you can Google it.
Curing of concrete.
Yes.
Next you mention me to.
No, strong.
Actually free of a bobo.
To make it stronger. Google it. Google it.
Okay, kago you back over like the glem.
Oh no. If it's not
I need you. Mom, when you.
That's still.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Oh, okay, so I can use it.
Yeah, it's good.
You see? Okay.
Once your pillars are
Okay. Alright, thank you. Nice day.
Fair enough, or just ask if when
Alright. Alright, so this is the new face of the whole building. Yeah. This is the new face. The foundation was dug, they casted the concrete, but then, the mason that did the concrete work, he told me that the pillars are not necessary. When I asked him the columns that they have dug, why is he not going to insert the columns? He says those things were not necessary. So he just casted the concrete that way. And then he said he'll come and put the pillars. Like, I don't know the difference between the columns and the pillars, Those 4x4 iron rods that they put on the corners of the building. He said he'll just come and put those ones on the concrete. And because it is not a story building, I do not need the mat and all those things. Okay. But I was told initially that those things were needed. So when he was doing it, another contractor who is working over there, yeah, you see those side, you can see that some guys are working there. Alright, let me just zoom in and show it to you. You see those guys working there? Exactly. So the contractor over there came to me and came to the mason and told him and asked him why he was not, leaving the space for the columns that were dark. And he was like, okay, he wanted the concrete to be leveled. So after everything, he will re-dig the concrete and make space for the columns. That was what he told that contractor. But when that contractor left and they were done with the work, he left the whole thing like this and left home. When I called him, later the contractor came to me and told me this was the fault that he saw with the concrete casted, and he has alerted those who were working. So I called the mason and he was like, oh, why do I keep listening to people? Those people did not teach him how to do mason job, so why am I listening to people? If I want to be listening to people, then I should find someone else to do the work for me. I'm like, okay, that is the apex. That's the apex of it. You have spent my money enough. I have given you a lot of my money for no work done, zero work done. So this is the apex. Every time you come and do something and I have to pay you and that thing is not the correct thing, I have to destroy everything that I do and start all over. You keep making me start all over. And I keep saying that it doesn't matter. I'm like, let me give you the benefits of the doubts for you to start. And this is what you have done. This is the apex of it, because the foundation of the building is the building. If the foundation is wrong, everything else is wrong. So guys have advised me. I went back to pick my old man, the engineer. So he is the one taking care of the whole work right now. So he made his boys came and dug the columns again, because he says this building, as I'm seeing it, it is vast. And he has also advised that the space for the living room and everything is too huge. It's a 2-bedroom house, but then we have restructured it to become a 3-bedroom house. You understand? So I'll give you guys a proper tour of the place, although I have spent a lot for nothing. Seriously, I've gone through a lot. This thing has given me so much headache. It has given me depression. I went through a lot just because of this project. I've never, like, the level of depression I got from this job. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. This really gave me so much depression that I could not even fathom. But I'm a bit relieved. This is just the beginning stage, but I just hope that the engineer will let his boys do the correct thing for me. Yeah, they were supposed to come today, but I don't know what is hindering them, so I'll be calling them to know their whereabouts, what's happening, and then we continue with the work. So now it's just like I'm still on the foundation stage, because down here it is zero work done. The concrete casted, zero work done. You understand? They now dug these things. You understand? They have now dug all these things here. You have seen the columns and everything, where the pillars will be. Yesterday they did the iron rod binding. They binded everything, the pillars that will be used. The engineer has taught these boys how to do everything. So they did the pillars yesterday, like the iron rods, and they'll be inserting them here. Later they'll come and do the concrete work again. They dug a new foundation, since we are changing it to 3-bedroom instead of 2-bedroom. So they dug a new foundation for the new plan. Okay, same plan but many changes made. So yeah, that's how far the work has gone, and fingers crossed. You see, I just bought new gravel, a trip of gravel. That's it over there. $330. The one there used was in vain. Another trip, I had a trip there, they stole everything. The little that was left, that was what they have used to do this shoddy work for me. Oh my God. But I'm grateful. I keep detecting the fault from the initial stage, although it is making me spend more money. But imagine I did not encounter this at this stage, and then the thing is raised up before I realized that, oh, they have not done a good job and the thing is cracking all over, and I have to do corrections as the thing is already raised. That one would have been so much disaster. So I'm still grateful. I'm grateful for God for everything. Yeah, that's it. So Yeah, we are making progress, although it's still the initial stage. I guess some people saying, if you say you're someone who finishes what you do, why are you not able to do this building? The fact is that for me, if I don't like something, I cannot keep it. How many times have they dug this foundation? If I tell you, ha, if I give them the foundation, they dig something else. I'm like, no, that's not what I've given you. The funny thing is that, guys, you know that the first foundation, I'm like, this is not correct. And they came back and told me that, oh, that's the correct thing that they have done. But when they went home, they went to tell their master that, okay, the mistake is from them. They didn't actually do the correct thing. When they came to me, they said, and that was what I gave them, and that was what they did. But when they went home, they went to tell their master that, oh, they did the wrong thing. So when they start with the construction work, they will correct it upwards. But why didn't you tell me? And you kept blaming me. So I destroyed everything. Found some people to come and do the foundation. They did it. And that one too, I had some hitches and they had to go. They are working somewhere. And I had to bring the same people back to come and uh, uh, continue with the work. Let me just see if they can do it. You understand? Because I started with them. One thing is that I always put myself in people's shoes. Like, I switch perspective. And I'm like, okay, if I'm the one they are doing this to, will I like it? That is me. If I wouldn't like it, I wouldn't want to do the same thing to someone else. So that was the reason I keep trying these people. Even in my comment sections, you people keep telling me that I should sack them, but I always give them the benefits of the doubt. I came here with a friend, Soldier. The first time we came, we gave this man money to do something for us. He spent the money and then brought his boys here to do the thing and was not willing to give the boys any money. So the boys refused to do the work. It's because he didn't give them money, but he told us something else. He spent that money. We had to chase him for that money. From that onset, my friend says, no, we cannot use this man for this work. But I keep saying that, oh, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Several times he has failed us up to the concrete level. And I'm like, that is it. That's the apex. That's the peak of it. So he's gone. He's gone. One thing he does is that anytime he realizes that I've left, I'm angry and I left, and I calm down a bit, you start calling me, oh, come, we'll continue the work, I'll do it nicely for you. Then I come fresh with a lot of money, he'll come and take the money and then do something shorty for me. Then I'll be like, oh, it doesn't matter. Then I contract him again, you do the shorty. Now, I've learned my lesson. If you keep doing something all the time and keep getting the same bullshit result, then you are the biggest fool. So I refuse to be that fool. So yeah, the lessons have been learned. I've given it to the old man, as you guys have always wanted, and the old man has done all the corrections. So I'm waiting for the work to start proper. I just hope that this thing doesn't go nuts again. Although I've spent most parts of the money that I wanted to invest in this project, but then the little I have, I'll invest it, and whatever stage we get to it. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you again in the next one. I'm just happy now that at least I've let go of this man. Yes, that is it, because he has really drained me in terms of energy, in terms of money and everything. So he's gone. I'm grateful that he's gone. And we are still at the initial stage. That is it. At the foundation stage, because the foundation has to be strong. So if I realize that there's something that is not right about the foundation, I just stop the work. I just stop it. I don't want to continue, because I don't want to rush and raise blocks up in the foundation. There's something wrong and I have to come and bring all these things down and do it again. So yeah, that's the reason. The foundation is not good. I'm not doing it. That's why you guys say I'm delaying, but it's okay. Thank God that I'm learning my lessons bit by bit, bit by bit, and we'll still continue. Okay, thank you. Thank you.